Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about 4 ways that you can eat less calories and feel more full. I know I said 3 in the title, but a 4th one just came to me. So I decided that we're going to throw it in. Now stick to the end of the video because you're going to get a lot of value out of this. And let's jump right into it. Number 1 is to volumize your food. Now, volumizing your food has been a concept for a little while. And the best way that I've heard of it explained is by Higher Up Wellness. And the way he explains it is by increasing the amount of bites that you're eating without increasing the amount of calories that you're eating that much. So a good example of this is if you're somebody who likes to eat chicken and rice. Chicken and rice, if you're to eat that, yeah, it's super good, but the portion might feel a little bit small. A way that you can volumize it is by adding some vegetables. Like maybe if you were to have chicken, rice, and broccoli, that meal feels a lot bigger and a lot heartier, even though the only thing you added was broccoli, and that added a few extra calories. So just to give you a couple more examples, like a few vegetables that are super good are lettuce, spinach, kale, cabbage, and broccoli is my favorite. If you wanted to do on the sweet side, like if you're somebody who really likes sweets, berries are super good. Strawberries, blackberries, raspberries are the top 3 for berries. Now, volumizing your food is super important, but this next one is probably more important, and that is to stay hydrated. So this is especially prevalent for me today because I'm fasting and this is already gone. But the first step for drinking more water is to drink water first thing in the morning when you first wake up. Whether you're somebody who feels very hungry in the morning, whether you're somebody who doesn't feel hungry in the morning, it's always a good idea to drink water first thing. One, because it'll probably reduce your cravings later on as you're hydrating yourself. A lot of the time when we feel hungry, it's just because we're dehydrated. And especially that dehydration can come from you not drinking water overnight, obviously. So drinking water first thing in the morning is very, very, very important. Next up with drinking water is I want to introduce this idea to you of replacing some of your snacks with water. Now, I know that doesn't sound very appetizing, but we'll cover the appetizing part in the next step. As we all know, water has 0 calories in it, and the snacks that you're eating probably have more than 0 calories in it. And if you're trying to be in a calorie deficit, those small changes can make a big difference. If you feel the urge to have a snack, what I want you to do is drink a good amount of water and then set a timer on your phone for 2 to 5 minutes. After those 2 to 5 minutes are over, if you're still hungry, then you can decide whether or not you want to have a snack. But the idea is that you're teaching yourself that maybe I'm not hungry, maybe I'm just thirsty. Maybe this is what I needed right now and I wasn't actually that hungry, it was just a craving and that passed. Regardless, drink some water, wait a little bit, see if you're still hungry. Number 3, mindful eating. And I feel like it's not nearly talked about enough. So you can conduct mindful eating in a couple of different ways. Number 1 is before you start eating, and number 2 is while you are eating. So I'm going to cover before first, and this is something you probably heard from me before if you follow me on social media. That is asking yourself, why do I want to eat whenever you have the urge to eat? Now, it might be dinner time and you might need nutrients, right? And that would be one reason as to why you want to eat. But maybe you're just watching YouTube and you don't really have anything else to do, so you're like, maybe I'll go grab a snack. And discerning between those two is super crucial as to whether or not you are going to lose weight. As we said before, those snacks can compound very fast. And if you are eating out of boredom, if you're eating to cover up emotions, those calories add up faster than you would imagine. Now, the next 2 strategies that I'm going to cover for mindful eating can be conducted while you are eating, and they are very useful if you can do them correctly. Number 1 is to eat with no distractions, okay? I'm going to give a very brief description of this one because I could go a lot more in depth, but I'm sure you don't want to hear that. Basically, when you eat with a YouTube video playing or a TV show on or whatever else, you're training your brain to constantly crave this level of consumption, right? So I'm sure you've heard of dopamine before, right? I'm not going to go into dopamine spiel, but essentially when you're eating and you're watching something, your dopamine is spiking. And then whenever you have the urge to eat, or watch something, that goes together into eating and watching, that big dopamine spike that you will ultimately crave. I mean, we're all human. We're all going to have it, right? So eat without distractions. That's number one. Number two is this one's a little bit harder, but if time permits, when you are eating, let's say you're about halfway done, I want you to put down your fork or spoon or whatever you're eating with and just wait for 2 minutes. You can always reheat your food, but I want you to wait for 2 to 3 minutes and just see how you feel. If you feel full, then you don't have to eat anymore. And I know that there's this stigma that you have to eat everything that's on your plate. It's not true, okay? It's been passed down to me as well. But if it's interfering with your fitness goals, or if you genuinely feel like you're not gonna feel well if you keep eating, there's no reason to. Bonus, this is the number 4 that I was talking about, and that is to eat more protein. It's very simple, but the reason that you wanna eat more protein is, one, because it is going to promote fat loss. The reason I say that is because if you're in a calorie deficit, you're gonna be losing weight. If you're eating protein, you're gonna be keeping your muscle. If you're keeping your muscle and you're losing weight, something is going, and that something is fat. So if you eat more protein and you stay in a calorie deficit, you'll be promoting fat loss and keeping your muscle mass equal or decreasing the amount of muscle mass loss that you will incur. The other reason that you want to eat more protein is because it digests slower and it takes more calories to digest. So their macronutrients are all digested slightly differently in our bodies, right? Fats and proteins take longer to digest than carbs do. However, protein takes the most amount of energy for your body to digest. So if you eat more protein, the process that your body goes through to digest that protein is going to burn a few more calories if your protein consumption is higher. But guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment and let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.